praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and everyone wants to praise and keeping their freedom and believing in the practice. Seek refuge and Almighty Allah from the evil of all persons, indeed and serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, guide him from Islam. No one can receive him after Allah, and serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one can guide him after Allah. Sanctify all believers, there is no dear to worthy of worship except Allah Rabbil Alameen. Sanctify Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his messenger and the seal of all the prophets. Inshallah, from the book called chapter 8 of the Bible. Indeed, there is a great need for studying such a subject. In this difficult time that the Muslim Ummah is going through, and the things that taken place in the Iraq, this is Turkey war that been initiated for determination and movement that has the mission, which is starting in Iraq, and Allah will face contact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will strengthen the Muslims and that will remove the kufr and the kuffar from certain ways. This dawah and this mission, inshallah, will be specifically for things related to the jihad and the study of the jihad, which is one of the main principles and one of the main characteristics of this Islam. What is the message of other Muslims that is the main aspect of the missionary even Islam stuff. As we understand, how we have been important in Islam is the quality of Islam. The great number, and our thought, our discussion, very related to the jihad and the art of jihad. As a truth and to listen to the book, Sahih al-Bukhari, the most extensive book after the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And everybody has to sit these books and get the information. This is Imam al-Bukhari, Allah can let you inform the great scholar and has a great person on understanding and journey the issues of this book. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put the light of this man in the heart of all the Muslims. With many stipulations in written concerning the book of Sheikh Mohammed, we have selected the most reliable, the most authentic, the most acceptable book, which is recommended by Imam al-Hajar rahmatullahi alayhi. In this session, inshallah, we will be specifically focusing about jihad, and things which are related to the jihad, which we talked to about 380 some hadith that we're going to be discussing under 199 chapters. After this, inshallah, we will be talking about the chapter which is related also to jihad and to dividing over the church or the cause. Because it has a relationship to the jihad. After this, inshallah, we will be talking about the jizya of the church. And it has also a relationship to the jihad, which we will be discussing in the chapter 22 chapter under the chapter. That's what is going to be done. So that will be. But when we talk about this is not going to be our subject. We want to talk about the fact that it is and the understanding and the ruling of the jihad. This subject. A lot of people grow up in during the jihad, in the old time and the present time, because this is the center of Islam. As we have stated before, this is the high peak of Islam. And as we understand that the Prophet ﷺ has spent most of his time in jihad, we see great scholars that wrote about this topic. And to give examples about one of the most and the foremost scholars that we wrote about jihad is the Imam, the scholar, the Muhaddith, the Faqih, Imam Abdullah ibn Mubarak, the first person who specialized with information and writing and collection. This is great Imam. He used to be therapist in his Aqidah. He gave the exception for Allah and His worship, and he would be a good example in his manner, in his behavior, in everything, and also with a great scholar, searcher for the knowledge, but this never took him away to be the person who instruct and part of the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Other scholars and imams came after me, and they specialized this subject with their books, as the Imam al-Hafiz ibn Abbas rahmatullahi alayhi, and also the great Imam Ibn Kathir, the one who had wrote the tafsir of the Quran. Through our history, we see many Imams wrote concerning this, and they specialized this subject with their development time and their writing and their understanding. This was not only, but we have a lot of leaflets and booklets written in this topic. And for anybody who wants to know about this, we will go to the specific book which talks about this. That's the book called Al-Junoon, which will tell you about more of the people who have wrote about jihad. Some of the scholars we have taught the subject of jihad and included in their book as part of the faith and the understanding of the people. And we give examples by the book, Imam al-Murad, Imam al-Sultani, of Al-Mughni, Ibn Qudamah, rahmatullahi alayhi. And the structure we taught it to be part of the book, specialized in the hadith. And we will see this also with the collection of Imam Bukhari and Imam Muslim and others. And this will be our approach, inshaAllah, concerning the way how we discuss the book of Islam. We have students selected one of these books of hadith, and we specialize today, inshaAllah, in this course of this semester concerning the book of Jihad, one of the famous and most authentic books of hadith, which is the collection of Imam al-Bukhari, rahmatullahi alayhi, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to I'm sorry that I'm not going to be able to go into too much details about everything related to this chapter. When we study the hadith, we want to focus about what we can benefit from that hadith. I could not go in detail, like talking about the chain of narration, or certain things about the narrator, or any other details, because of course this will take us a lot of time and it may divert us from the purpose of studying this chapter in that time. Therefore, specifically, we're going to be focusing about the understanding or the purpose of such hadith, because we have a lot of hadith to be studied under the chapter of jihad. Therefore, when we want to discuss what we want to discuss in our dawrah or in this semester, al-jihad. So we have this terminology, one which is first and the other one was the jihad. What is the meaning of fiqh? Fiqh means to understand. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, they have hearts which they don't understand it. And the statement of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whosoever Allah intends good for him, He will give him the understanding in the religion. The statement of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, perhaps a carrier of a fiqh which he has no understanding. There is a lot of statements in the Quran and Hadith, the word of fiqh. The second term is al-jihad. Jihad, which comes from facing the hardship and the difficulty, and giving the utmost of what you can, for better of fighting against the Shaitan, better of fighting against the Shaitan, or the sinner. The different types of this jihad, which is comes under one, how to fight and how to struggle and how to put effort to be against your nafs and your lower desire. And this by learning and by acting according to what you learn. Also the mujahada and the fighting against the Islam. And this by defeating the doubtful that he throws in your heart. And the desire that he doubles and makes to you. And also the mujahada and the fighting against the sinners and the evil doers, which will be with the hand and the tongue or the heart. And what we're talking about here, when we talk about fighting or making jihad against the kuffar, which will take your hand, your tongue, your heart, your mind, half of them, or all together according the person needs. So from this two definitions, we come to conclusion about what is the purpose of jihad. The purpose of jihad is to inquire and to understand and to learn about the rules and regulations, the information related to putting the most of your effort for fighting the kuffar, regardless, using your money, and your hand, or your tongue, or whatever means is available for the person. So now, inshallah, talking about jihad, which has two parts. One called jihad of talab, and one called jihad of death. It means effective and defensive. As we can use in terminology. The first type called jihad of talab, which is offensive, which we will call it al-qatl. You may use the term invasion. You invade, to start. And this is for the Muslims to go out to the kuffar country to remove all the filth and the sin, and the haram, and the shirk, and the kufr, and bring about tawheed, justice, service. And I regret, and I'm very sorry to say, that this terminology and this type of jihad is missing from the dictionary of the Muslims. Nobody talks about it, nobody practices it. It's absent from our thought, our book, our plans. And this is very serious and very, very dangerous. And the scholar, he says, that is a must, at least once a week, for the Muslim Ummah to initiate this type of jihad and to go out at least once a year. This will be the minimum to be out of the sin of not establishing jihad. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said to the media, whosoever doesn't participate in jihad and ghazw, neither will even think about it, and he dies, he will die in the branch of the Baqarah. And the most authentic and reliable and acceptable opinion concerning this jihad that interest jihad, that is the Prophet said, that is the obligation upon every Muslim, but obligation which can be sufficient and acceptable by the part of them, the part of the Ummah, establishes the other Muslims, they are not going to be in a place. Otherwise, nobody did it. The whole Muslim Ummah, you will be committing sin. The other kind of jihad, which is called the defensive jihad, which the Muslims did up instead of the defense and to stop the invasion of those who come into their country to occupy and take the good of them. To spread the message there. And what's happening nowadays in Iraq and what has happened before in different places like Afghanistan, and Palestine, and in Andalus. And this type of jihad, we call jihad is death. It's simply that we do it when the invasion happens. And inshallah we will go in detail later on about the ruling of who come to their country to occupy and take the good of them. To spread the message there. And what's happening nowadays in Iraq and what has happened before in different places like Afghanistan, and Palestine, and in Andalus. And this type of jihad, we call jihad is death. It's simply that you do it when the invasion happens. And inshallah we will go in detail later on about the ruling of it. But for the time being we say, it is obligation upon every Muslim, male or female, free or a slave, young or older, establishing heaven to their place, to their country, that they will go out and divide and defend their property, their family, their people to the best of their ability, according to their needs. And the more people are obligated to this, are the dwellers of that country. We have to be the first one. And if there is no sufficient, people in this country to defend the attacker and the invader, so the surrounding country, the obligation will fall upon them after the country itself. And this type of jihad doesn't have any condition as the condition of the other jihad. And this is the statement of Ahl-al-Ilm from the scholars. That this is no need for any condition, no requirement for this type of jihad. Statement of Ahl-al-Ilm from the scholars. That this is no need for any condition, no requirement for this type of jihad. But every person has to go and they have to defend and discuss the paper to the best of their ability. There is a serious problem here that people mixing things together. And there is a lot of misunderstanding under the subject of jihad, not only among the students of knowledge, even among some of the people who supposed to be scholars. And this is a very serious problem. There is a big difference between jihad of scholar, which is the offensive jihad, and entering the land of the kuffar, and to have the upper hand there, and making them pay the jizya and the tax. And this is what some people call it nowadays jihad or terrorism. And this is something serious, that for people to mix things together between what the people try to establish nowadays and what is the deen of Allah saying. And that's the other problem, that some people mixing between the jihad of defense. Let's say that the defensive jihad has any condition. There is no condition for such jihad when the kuffar and the enemy come and try to occupy your land and killing the children and the women, and you see them standing there and saying that this is not jihad. Indeed, this is a big mixing and a big misunderstanding and very confusing to others what in the Iraq is the jihad. That your nation is really the invasion of the Islam, that everything will be answered in the end, inshallah, so we can be able to cover as much as possible. And because these can be served by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, talking about the hadith which is narrated by Imam Bukhari, رحمة الله عليكم في الجهاد. الشيخ حفظه الله he said that everything will be answered in the end, inshallah, so we can be able to cover as much as possible. And because these can be served by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, talking about the hadith which is narrated by Imam Bukhari, رحمة الله عليكم في الجهاد. الشيخ حفظه الله he said that we have been achieved this ijazah, which is permission or the degree to be qualified to teach and relate this information from him all the way to Imam Bukhari rahmatullah alayhi. And how does he service from the Sheikh and to the other Sheikh, and he gives the chain of narration starting from Sheikh Tarhuni that he has it all the way until he reach to Imam Bukhari rahmatullah alayhi, which comes about 15 persons between him and Imam Bukhari, and each one has learned from the other. So he been given the ijazah to be able to narrate this narration as given from his Sheikh to his Sheikh to his Sheikh all the way until Imam Bukhari, and what between Imam Bukhari and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in some cases 3 persons, who will be the maximum of 20 people between Sheikh all the way until he reach to Imam Bukhari rahmatullah alayhi, which comes about 15 persons between him and Imam Bukhari, and each one has learned from the other. So we've been given the ijazah to be able to narrate this narration as given from his Sheikh to his Sheikh to his Sheikh all the way until Imam Bukhari, and what between Imam Bukhari and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in some cases 3 persons, who will be the maximum of 20 people between Sheikh Tarhuni hafidhahullah and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we start with the book called Kitab al-Jihad. We already talked about the definition of the word jihad before. And says it is public jihad, and the statement in the word and the verses of jihad, and the statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sabel jihad. We already talked about the definition of the word jihad before. And says it is public jihad, and the statement in the word and the verses of jihad, And the statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, indeed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has purchased and bought from the believers the soul, their property, and in return He will give them Jannah, that because we find in the cause of Allah, you will kill and be killed and be killed. A promise from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Torah, in the Injil, and in the Quran. And who other than Allah can keep His promise? To be happy with the purchase and your blessing with Allah. And indeed, this great fighting for the believers. Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, said, Al-Hudud are the Attar, limit, obedience, and the narration, which Imam al-Bukhari rahmatullahi alayhi, is all the narration until Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, may Allah be pleased with him, he said, I questioned the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the Messenger of Allah, what is the best deed? He said, prayer upon its time. I said, what does next? He said, to be delivered and come to your parents. I said, what comes after this? He said, to fight in the cause of Allah. I remained silent. I didn't ask the Prophet anymore. Indeed, if I asked him anymore, he would speak anymore. The next hadith, Imam Bukhari has narrated in his Sahih, after the long narration from Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, that the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, there is no migration after the same walking instruction for jihad and intention. But if you then request to go, stop from jihad, you should go. The next hadith, after the Islam, after the way to Aisha min Allah, that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam from jihad, you should go. The next hadith, after the Islam, after the way to Aisha min Allah, that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that she said to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, O Messenger of Allah, we see the jihad to be the best of all the deeds. Then we women go for jihad. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said what the meaning is. The best jihad to you is acceptable Hajj al-Mabrur. Hadith from Imam al-Bukhari rahmatullahi alayhi is the ayah all the way to Abu Hurairah. May Allah be pleased with him. He mentioned to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, said, O Prophet of Allah, lead me to something which is equal to jihad to the reward. The Prophet of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Azam equal to jihad to the reward. The Prophet of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Azam find anything to be equal to jihad. Except when the person go out for jihad, you will enter the mosque, not to stop praying or stop fasting until the person comes back on his jihad. He said, O Prophet of Allah, who can do so? Abu Hurairah became sick. Indeed, the horse of the Mujahid will be heavy. Because the reward, the special reward will be given to the driver. And Allah was faithful. He started with a verse which is a point that we want to derive from this, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showing the greatness of the jihad and how profitable it is that is done to the believers of Allah by investing their soul and give it for Allah for jihad. In the statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and who else besides Allah that will keep His promise? All these things to show us the importance of jihad and the great reward that Allah has promised them, which is Jannah. As for the statement of the Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, that al-hudud is al-ta'ah, that means the limits of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that stand there by the limits of Allah and not to exceed it, which is what we mentioned in the second verse, which ended وَبَشِّرِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ to give glad tidings to the believers. As for the ahadith that came in this chapter, the question about the best deed when the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is saying the salah in its time, being kind to your parents, in the height of this, it is about jihad. So it shows you that the most important thing is the salah in its time, and after this comes obedience to the parents, and after this will come the jihad. That because the jihad that they mention here is the jihad that requires an extra condition that the parents will agree and approve the going of their child. This is not related to the jihad which is offensive jihad, the defensive jihad. The only one thing is the Imam and the Muslim as wanted is to be the person to go, even if his parents doesn't agree he has to go. Or that he is there present in the time of the battle of field, he could not go and ask for permission of his parents he has to go. But once the hadith says that the salah finished and put it in the eyes of all things, because as we understand, a person who could not see his salah is not going to be thinking about jihad. So if you neglect your salah, you'll be neglecting the jihad. And also as we understand, the majority of the scholars say the person who neglects the salah is the kafir. So how the person will go to make the jihad? Because this duty is not going to be restricted or rewarded. The next hadith, this is the hadith of Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, concerning no immigration after the opening of Mecca. That because previously Mecca used to be the center of kufr and the kuffar, and the Muslim used to be in Mecca. But after the Fatah of Mecca, there was no need for migration from Mecca, because Mecca became Islamic state, so there is no need for the Muslims to make migration out of God. Nevertheless, there remains the condition of the jihad and the good intention, and if the Imam of the Muslims has requested you to go for the jihad, you have to answer. The third hadith, Hadith Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, we see that the Prophet ﷺ has agreed about the understanding of Aisha that jihad is the gift of all the deeds. And also, this jihad we're talking about is the defensive jihad. A woman doesn't have to go for jihad itself. But when it comes to the jihad of defending yourself and your property and your land, no need for any reason as you stated before. So she is excused for the offensive jihad. But still, the jihad comes under the door of there, the defensive jihad. And the Prophet ﷺ stated that the Hajj will be a type of jihad, because the hardship and the difficulty that the person will be facing and go through it while he made it happen. So this is became a jihad for the weak one, the elderly one, the woman, the child, for everyone. The next hadith, the man came and asked the Prophet ﷺ about something deeper to jihad, and the Prophet ﷺ told him that he could not find anything deeper to jihad. Only in one case, that when the person goes for jihad, he will enter the mosque, stand in prayer, non-stop, fast, no breakfast, until the person comes back from jihad. And the person says that no one can do so. So the Prophet ﷺ by this example is showing us that there is nothing equal to jihad. There is a problem with some other hadith. The stuff you may think that introductive giving as example, the statement of Rasulullah that the most rewarding and beloved deeds are the good deeds which he does with the act of the Hajj. The first 10 days of the Hajj is the last month of the Islamic calendar. He says, even jihad, O Prophet of Allah, he says, even jihad. But the answer to this is related to a specific days only. Only in that day, but not in general. Also, there is another hadith which became the sound salad between the different redemptions. But if not, what is the hadith of Prophet ﷺ should I inform you about the most rewarding of the deed? And in the end of the hadith it says, this is dhikrullah, the remembrance of Allah. But in actuality, this hadith is only showing the greatness and the reward of the remembrance of Allah and how strong and recommended in Islam. Nevertheless, we understand that the person in jihad is also remembering Allah, because he remembers Allah by his tongue, and also he remembers Allah by his action, because he didn't go outside the truth for the defending the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this hadith is doesn't aggregate or aggregate the other hadith which shows that the most great deed that ever can be done is the jihad fi sabilillah. Is a important hadith which will come later on inshallah. But this will show you how great reward that will reach the mujahid, even the walking of his horse, while he ties with his rope, back and forth. This will be the reward. Every time the horse is moving, that will be recorded lesson for his owner who went for jihad. Even just sitting on his place, standing in his place, whenever the horse moves, all the steps will be recorded as a blessing for the owner. And in another narration, the Prophet ﷺ says that the dust and the urine of the horse, everything will be recorded as a reward for the jihad. Just as concerning the most rewarded people are a believer who makes jihad with his nafs, his soul, and his property to the cause of Allah. The statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is the meaning is, "Oh, you believe, should I inform you about the goodness or about it, which will save you from a torment and great punishment, that you believe in Allah and His Messenger, and that you travel in the cause of Allah with your property and yourself, which is the best to you if you only knew. He forgives to you your sins, and will permitted you to Jannah, which river runs beneath it, and is your dwelling places in the Jannah of Adn. Indeed, this is a great achievement." And Bukhari rahmatullahi alayhi from Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, may Allah be pleased with him, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam from Islam. Which people are the best? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, the believer who is doing the jihad fi sabilillah with himself as property. I said, which people are the best? Because the believer, he stays in some place, away from the people, fearing Allah and keeping his evil away from the people. Imam al-Bukhari narrated in his collection from Abu Sa'id ibn al-Musayyib, may Allah be pleased with him, from Abu Hurairah. I heard the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying what the meaning is, the example of a person who goes in jihad fi sabilillah, and Allah knows who is doing jihad in his cause, similar to the fasting person who is standing in prayer. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has took upon himself for the person who goes in jihad, if he caused him to die, that he will permit him to Jannah, or that he will send him back to his house, safely with a great reward or Jannah, cause of the war. The statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is the Sheikh reciting over your beliefs, that I inform you about the Bible, which will save you from hellfire. If you believe in Allah and His Messenger, and justified in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with your wealth and yourself, and this is the great, this is the best of you if you only knew. The verse focuses here about how to be saved, the way for delivery for the Muslim. And jihad. Also, the soldier is the one of the jihad, which is the Jannah and the godly winning place. As for the hadith, which is mentioned from Abu Sa'id, when he didn't question about the best people, the best person, he didn't say the person who making salah or the person who fasting, but the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has mentioned the majority to be the best person among the people. In the opposite, the person who will have the seclusion, someplace in the mountain, staying away by himself. But this was the type of fitness, the type of trial, temptation, and the person will stay away, not mixing, not dealing with the people, so he keeps his heart from leading them. And this also has a special time that's recommended at all the time. For the person to leave the Muslims and stay by himself, but this is for a special time as I mentioned, which is the time for fitness and things mixing together, and the person will stay away not to be part of this fitness. As for the hadith, was reported by Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, the statement of Allah knows who is fighting in his cause. So this intention, which is the heart, which nobody can see except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this was the person who will be rewarded according to what is his heart, because the people could not reflect him and know why he believed his house, for what reason, for what reason. So sincerity is the most important, and without sincerity, the deed is not going to be accepted, will be rejected. Therefore, this will be our issue here today, what we're talking about just to go for us. If he's going for purpose of defending the men and the women and the children who will be killed for no reason, just for no reason, and defending the Muslims, inshallah, this is the jihad, and this is the picture, this is what we will be looking for. As for those who go because Saddam or because his back, and the back party, whatever it is, this is what we're talking about rightly, and Islam is not about it. So whatever he was for, if he died for this purpose. He didn't die for jihad, he didn't die for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وكل حديث comes after this, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done after this, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done through the jihad. That if we die, we will enter Jannah. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala returns into his house, he will return with the reward as the spoils of the war. One narration says that reward and the spoils of the war. And this shows that the person who comes back, as some of the scholars say, he will get 1/3 of the reward. And the person who has died, he gets the full reward. Because the person who comes safely to his house, now he has won victory, and he gets the reward in the action, and he gets part of the spoils of the war. As a result of this, it's not going to be equal to the person who has passed away. He did not witness the victory, neither he gets the spoils of the war. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows it. The new chapter concerning supplication with jihad and martyrdom for men and women. Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, saying, O Allah, grant me shahada, to be a martyr in your country of your message. The statement of Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, O Allah, give me shahada, to be a martyr in the country or the town of your messenger, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And Bukhari, rahmatullah alayhi, collected from Anas ibn Malik, may Allah be pleased with him. We heard that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to visit from Arab. Therefore, from his hand, and he used to feed him. From Iraq, used to be married to Ubadah, his son. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wished, and she gave him food to eat, and she began scratching his head. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, upon that, he started eating. He woke up while he was smiling and laughing. He said, O Prophet of Allah, what makes you laugh? Because the people of my ummah, they presented to me by the hour to death in the cause of Allah. He was burned by the sea, like things on this, or similar to things sitting in the chair. Without saying from Ishaq the narrator, I said, O Messenger of Allah, ask Allah to make me among you. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam supplicated for her. After this, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam took me down again, and he said, while he was laughing and smiling, he said, O Prophet of Allah, what caused you to that? The Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, they presented to me as the Ghudah, making jihad fi sabilillah in the cause of Allah. Then thing must be said before. He said, O Messenger of Allah, ask Allah, beg Allah to make me among them. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, you are among the first ones. Later on, Al-Ihtiram, may Allah be pleased with her, she went to intercede in the time of Muawiyah, ibn Abi Sufyan, may Allah be pleased with him, and she fought for her right, and she died. Fulfillment to the supplication of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is the chapter concerning supplication during jihad, seeking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala martyrs for men and women. The statement of Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, O Allah, seeking shahada in the country of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Yes, concerning the serviceability and the justice of the person supplicating, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give him heaven. And also the serviceability and the justice of men and the jihad. And the statement of Umar, may Allah be with him, or Allah give me shahada, and this is from what they call mu'allaq, or a hanging, which is Imam Bukhari rahmatullah alayhi, he has mentioned a lot of similarity to this in his book, which he mentioned the statement of the Sahabi without mentioning from who has heard certain statements, as though it may come in another narration as what happened in this statement concerning chapter of Hajj. So he has narrated the narrator who stated statement of Umar to him. But we found this mu'allaqat in the collection of the Imam Bukhari rahmatullahi alayhi. But our concern is that Umar radiallahu anhu asked him the shahada, made the supplication. And he was not only asking shahada, but he asked him to be the martyr, and this martyr to take place in the Medina, the city of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Due to the virtue and the great pleasure of living in Medina and dying in Medina, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam will be intercession or will intercede for the person who does, and alhamdulillah, this is done for Umar as he has supplicated. The next hadith concerning hadith Anas, may Allah be with him, that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to visit Haram. And she used to feed him. And some of the scholars think having to follow the hijab, the separation between men and women, and putting the total hijab. And some think that it used to be some kind of family relationship between the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and Haram that was permissible for the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to go and to visit him and for him to feed him, and also to go through his head. And this something was known among the Arabs because they used to have a lot of hair that somebody would shave his head for God and anything like this. And here the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is in his dream, and as we understand, the dreams of the Prophet are one of the forms of revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we see the reward of the Mujahid by the statement of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam saying that some people of my ummah who will go to jihad feeling on the river or in the sea by describing them like kings sitting on their bed or their chair. And this shows you the virtue and the great position of the person who goes to jihad. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when he saw those people in his dream, he thought they look like kings sitting on their throne. And also it shows us the concern of Haram to ask the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to supplicate for her to be part of those people who will die in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the Sheikh says a woman can go out for jihad, but this is not enough on her, but it is permissible if she did so. And when going out for jihad will be for limited occupation and limited duty. As example, giving the water or taking care of the sick or cooking the food, several things like this. It is not a person who to go in combat and physical fighting with the enemy, not to expose himself to be captured by the enemy. And also, Islam did engage a question of the source of for it. If something happens and she has to defend herself and defend somebody from the Muslim, yes, she can do so. And she will be given something of the spoils of the war that must be a clear portion for her. She had asked the Prophet ﷺ to bless her with this position of being a martyr. And alhamdulillah, the Prophet ﷺ had supplicated for her, and Allah had answered this supplication, and having that she went with the Muslim army during the time of Muawiyah, and she died in this battlefield while she was coming exiting out of the sea. She fell from her right and camel or whatever she was driving upon, and she died. And this also tells us know that the person who goes in jihad, whatever means of having to go to die, by dying, natural death, or falling, or something falls to him, then he will be the martyr of the Muslim. This was the point of the Sheikh was saying concerning taking care of the sick people only for the relatives, but if there is a need and there is nobody else to take care of it, she can take care of the rest of the wounded people. If a Muslim gets defeated in the battle, this does not mean victory for the kuffar. It is the reward that Allah gives to the believers. We understand by entering the battlefield, everybody wants to be hurt, and will be lost in God's sight. As Allah says, if calamity falls in you, similar to it that falls in the other side, are these the kuffar. So, if the Muslim gets defeated in a battle, or persecution happens to the Muslim like what's happening in Palestine, this doesn't mean victory for the kuffar. It is a reward that Allah gives to the Muslims, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants good for them. Chapter concerning the degree of the mujahideen in the cause of Allah. This is my way. It is said, saying wisdom, the singular of this is hard. Darajat, some darajat, i.e. for them is a degree. من البخاري رحمه الله عليه narrated from Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him. The Prophet of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is saying what the meaning is. Whosoever believes in Allah and His Messenger, that is the prayer back to Ramadan, it became obligatory upon Allah, or a promise upon Allah to let him enter Jannah, regardless if he made jihad or remained crippled in his land, which he has born in. It is no Prophet of Allah should reveal the glad tidings to people. The Prophet of Allah upon that faith, indeed in Jannah. The Prophet of Allah upon that faith, indeed in Jannah. There is 100 degrees. Allah has prepared for those who make jihad in His cause. Between each step and the other, or between one degree and the other, similar to what it means the heaven and the earth. But we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ask Him al-Firdaus. Indeed, Firdaus is the middle of Jannah and the highest place of Jannah. I can see first above it the throne of the most significant Muslim. The river of Jannah gushing. Muhammad, son of Sulay, from his father said, above it, i.e. al-Firdaus, is the throne of Ar-Rahman, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nabi Bukhari, rahmatullah alayhi, narrated the chain of Isnad all the way to somewhere. He says the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam saying, I saw in my dream this night 2 men became And he took me and declined big trees. And he took me into a house. The best I ever saw. And the most rewarding that I ever saw. I never saw anything better than this. He said, this is the house of the residence of the Father. Allahu Akbar.
تفضل يا شيخ عاصم.
The statement of هذه سبيلي وهذا سبيلي, that means this can be put in a feminine form or masculine form, both of them are correct. And we also give the two ways of making the plural form for darajat that mean for them will be the degree. And after this we mentioned the hadith, which is regardless if the person goes for jihad or not, as long as he believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and he do this act, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward him with Jannah. But to some scholars they said, why we didn't mention about the Hajj and the fasting in this hadith and to only mention about these other things? He said that because Hajj was not made obligatory in that time with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in this hadith, as well as the fasting. While some other scholars say because the Hajj and the fasting, because the Hajj and the fast require certain conditions, as different from the Salah and the other things. So the condition which is the belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam establishes the prayer and the fasting of Ramadan. So we see from this hadith the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't mention anything about Hajj, neither he mentioned anything about the zakat. That because the zakat is only required for the person who has the money to give, and also the Hajj is also required for the person who has the means to do so. So basically the hadith mentions what is obligatory upon all the Muslims regardless as to the exception of Hajj and the zakat, which have a special condition. And the statement of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that he will enter Jannah regardless if he goes for jihad or remain in his own house. But then after this we show the virtue and the great reward of the person who participates in the jihad. He did not remain in his house by saying that Allah has prepared 100 degrees and 100 levels in Jannah, and only this for those people who go to jihad in sabilillah, and how high and great the reward that between every step and the second one, or between and the other one, as much as between the earth and the heaven. And this was explained to me to us what we meant by from the darajat, that means they have rank and degrees. The statement of wasat al-Jannah does not mean the middle of the middle place of the Jannah, but wasat means the most rewarding, the most honorable, and the best of all. This was meant by wasat al-Jannah. The Prophet taught us in this hadith to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when we supplicate al-Firdaus, although the Firdaus is the high places which Allah has prepared only for those who make jihad, but nothing wrong for the person to beg and to ask Allah to give him this degree. Also the statement of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, منه تتفجر أنهار الجنة, does not mean from the throne of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but means from the high places which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prepared for the muhtajireen, that the river of Jannah comes from this place. There are the hadith of Umrah, may Allah be pleased with him, which is a long hadith, and Imam al-Bukhari, rahmatullah alayhi, he has shortened the hadith and said what is required to know, or what is supposed in the chapter which is talking about the jihad. And this is two men who came to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and agreed are the two pictures. And here it shows us the dwelling place and the place which Allah has prepared for those people who participate in jihad. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows this, Wallahu a'lam.